Welcome to our fourth video in our Scratch Skills series. In this video, we're going to have a look at backdrops and how we can move between different backdrops depending on what a sprite may do. So let's get started. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up a couple of different backdrops. So I'm going to start by using a couple of default ones, I think. I'm going to go with the blue sky and let's add in what's one that looks fairly simple. Let's go with the stars. Okay, you can see now we've got three backdrops. We've got the white, we've got the blue sky, and we got the stars. And just to give this one a bit of a feel, I might just draw something on it. Let's go like this. I'll do a couple of straight lines. Do a bit of green at the bottom. Some grey at the top. And yeah, that'll do. Kind of looks like a flag now. And I'm going to set my sprite up just there. Now I think he's a little big. I'm just going to make him a little smaller to start with. So when I click it's under looks, we change his size. I'm going to make him 50%. Alright, so he's a bit smaller. So what I want him to do is I want him to start here. And he's going to walk to some sort of portal here. And when he gets to the portal, he comes out, costumes, he comes out here. But not anywhere here, maybe down here. And then he's going to walk to the middle. He's going to jump up to a portal. And then let's make him go to outer space, which will be this backdrop here. And that's where he'll end. So it's a bit of a story going on there. Of him, starting off wherever he is, going to outside and then jumping into outer space. So let's see how we can do it. So we want to start on the backdrop. The way we make sure this happens when the actual program starts is when the flag is clicked, switch backdrop to backdrop 1. So it doesn't matter where we are, when we push start, it's going to go to this backdrop every time. Now we need to get our character moving again. So just like we did in the last video, I'm going to bring in my controls for it. Feel free just to pause it once I've done it and copy if you like. Or you can work with me here. Okay. So this is just me getting some controls for our character. Okay, now I need the X and Y. So when left arrow is pushed, it's a negative. When right arrow is pushed, it's a positive. When up is pushed, it's positive. When down is pushed, it's a negative. Cool. So now he should be able to move around. Now I'm also going to make it that he can't go through my little blue border there. So I'm going to say if touching, I need to get that blue color, blue. Then, and I'm just going to make it easy myself. I'm going to make it just reset if he touches it. So he's not allowed to touch the blue. So let's see what happens if I'm running along. Okay, so I have to stay on the path. Okay, cool. Now, we need to make it progress to the next backdrop. So I need to make a little portal like we did in the last one. And I'm going to set it this way this time. It's going to be a red portal because we used that blue color there. There we go. And I'm going to stick that portal right at the end. Kind of looks like a football there. And what I need to say is, if touching that color, progress to the next backdrop. So let's say, when I start, I don't even need to put it there. I can just put it with the other one. If touching red, then under looks we say switch backdrop to blue sky. Now he's going to be over here, as you'll see when I go in there. I don't want him to stay here. I want him to go back down to the bottom corner, which is down there. So what I'm going to also say under here is go to, and I'm going to make sure he's actually in that position, go to X minus 103, Y minus 144. And I'm also going to say when I start the program, because you'll see he starts down there, which means he's stuck. Oh no, you can still get through. But I want him to start there. So I'm also going to put in that just there. So no matter where he is, when I start, he ends up back there. Okay, so he should go through now, and he ends up on the floor. What I don't want is this portal to stay here. So that portal needs to go. So how we do that is we go to that sprite, and we say events. When backdrop switches to blue sky, and under looks, we go to hide. Now, the problem is when we start it, it's not going to know to put that back on. So what we also need to say is when backdrop switches to backdrop 1, and under looks, we say show. So now click play, and it's all good. It's all there. We run through. It's gone. All right, so that's cool. Now let's do another one, and we're going to make him go into out of space. And we might make this one a little more tricky. So back to our start. Actually, we need to be on our second one for this. So easiest way is just to click it. And I'm going to make a new sprite, a new portal. This one I'm going to make it yellow. And I'm going to make it look like a big circle, big yellow circle. And that's probably a little too big, but I'll fix that in Scratch. Kind of looks like a sun. And just going to make it smaller now, because I made it too big. It's under looks. Set size to, I'm going to make it really small, 40. Alright, and that's going to happen because the start was clicked. So let's just progress. Okay. So there he is. And I'm also going to say, I'm going to make him only appear. So when backdrop switches to blue sky, then he's going to show. And when backdrop switches to the first one, he's going to be invisible. So hide. And I'm also going to put in there, when backdrop switches to stars, because I don't want it to be around then, I'm going to say hide. So show when he's on this one, and hide when he's on the other ones. I'll move them up a bit. Cool. So he should only be there for push play when I get to this one. Now character's going to come along, and their goal is to jump up and go into there. So we'll set that up really quickly. So let's go to back to our ifs, and we'll put another one in here. If sensing touching color yellow, and then under looks again, switch backdrop to stars. And let's try it again. Yep, and look, we're in outer space. Cool. Now we want to make it a little more challenging. What I'd like is, I'd like it to be a little harder for him to get there. So I'm going to make another sprite. This time I'm going to use the color, well, let's just go blue. And now I'm not going to make it too difficult. I'm going to make these little, make a little bar like that. And I'm going to say, back on our main sprite, oops, if touching, I thought that was the same blue, but I don't think it is, so I'm going to have to do it again. If touching this blue here, which I think is different, I'm going to say switch backdrop back to the start, and I'm also going to copy his position there. So he's going to get all the way back to the start if he touches this blue bar. And let's make this blue bar a little interesting. If we just play it now, that blue bar is going to be there all along, so we need to fix that too. So under blue bar, when backdrop switches to backdrop 1, we say hide. And then we also say when backdrop switches to blue sky, show. And then we don't want it to be there with the stars either. So when backdrop switches to stars, and we'll go hide. So it's only going to be there on our second backdrop. Let's test it out. Yep, that works. That works. And now I just want to hit him and see what he does. He should bring us back to the start. Yep, brought us back to the start. Cool. Let's make him move or something now, just so it's, you know, slightly more difficult. So when we start, let's get him to go in a forever pattern. Let's change. Let's leave that one. Let's just go change Y by 5. And what I'm going to actually do is put a repeat loop in here. So it's going to go one way, and then we want it to go the other way as well. Repeat loop. Change Y by, sorry, X by -5. That's probably not enough. Let's go 10 and -10. Oops. There you go. And if I actually make that, let's stop it quickly. If I make it repeat 15 times and 15 times, I make this 15 and -15. It should go most of the page when I get there. It's not. Maybe if I make it 20. Let's go 30. Now stop. We actually need it to start right in the middle or it is going to go crazy. So let's, when it starts, start in the middle. There we go. So when I push play, he should be right in the middle and hopefully going side to side. Now this looks fairly easy, like I can just sneak past here. Oh no, got me. So I need to actually time it. Oh, there we go. Cool, so that's how we switch between backdrops. The important thing there is that you remember to hide and show when it gets to the backdrop that you want that actual sprite to operate on. And also when we're sensing that you see the switch to blue sky or whatever it is in there and you set the character in the right place. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I'll see you on the next one.